Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Gore Screaming Show. So yeah, last time we managed to escape from the Yuka, Gore, and bunch of like mannequin zombies, puppets, things that they made out of humans. So yeah, let's go to the episode, let's see what's going to happen, because seems like we managed to sleep overnight, or at least Kyoji did, because Yoshiki probably been on the alert the whole night. And I assume he's tired, so who knows, maybe he's weakened right now and he won't be able to save us anymore when the stuff happens, because, well, the situation is tiresome, right? So from like, I don't know, like from like normal realistic perspective, Yoshiki should be very tired at this point, and I wonder if he can, how long he can keep going. So yeah, let's just go. So like my thoughts before the episode and that. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, do I record here? I do, okay. Kyoji steers as just Yoshiki gets back in the car. He hands Kyoji a sports drink as he settles in. Thanks. The can is cold to the touch. They drove past a few vending machines on the way, and Yoshiki probably got it from one of those. Are you serious? Won't it be dangerous? What if you can't Gore? Find them again? Just imagining it, make his pulse quicken. Their very existence is a thing of horror. But Yoshiki doesn't seem to mind. But, you know... Yeah... You can hear his stomach is like... Actually... Okay. Okay. Kyoji replies with a frown. I feel so pathetic. So pathetic, he wishes the ground would open up and swallow him. Yoshiki pulls into the convenience store, parking lot, and get out of the car. Kyoji opens the passenger seat side door and looks up at Yoshiki walks off ahead of him. Hey, shouldn't one of us stay with the car? Kyoji, nobody will steal your car. Actually... Okay, Kyoji might have a point actually here. Yeah, nobody is going to steal the car, but we may use the car to get the other person really fast out of the situation if something happens, right? Hmm. Yeah, okay. That's true, that might... Okay, that makes sense as well. He can't argue with that much to his chagrin. Okay. Before they go into the store. Oh, and they go into the store actually, okay. Yoshiki reminds him to follow the lead of the whoever is side. Kyoji nods, and they stopped up the automatic door. Yeah, hi. I like how it's shifted, like, there's been like no puppets around, and this was like normal view, and then we see the person, and it's instantly going into like this illusion horror thing. Inside is the clerk and a few customers. At first sight, everything seems normal, but the man standing by the magazines and reading is holding his upside down, and the woman standing still in front of the candy won't budge. But despite this, she has a white smile plastered over her face. It's disturbing, she looks like a doll. Kyoji shuffles towards the bentos as sluggishly as he can, but then stops. That would require asking the clerk to heat it up, so he should probably give up on that. He's not confident that even a short conversation wouldn't make the other people think he's staying out. And besides, they are past their sell-by date. Right, because there's no new supplies anymore. So yeah, actually the food is very limited here. I didn't even thought about this. You can starve here. The bentos don't look spoiled, but they're from 2 days ago. I mean, 2 days is not that bad, right? It depends what it is. If that's meat, then yeah, 2 days might be dangerous, depending what it is. Yeah. He glances at Yoshiki, who didn't go to the bento shop to begin with. He throws assorted buns at random into his shopping basket and then heads over to the canned goods shelf. Yeah, Yoshiki knows what he's doing. That's a good choice. Salesman, you think these are edible? Gojo whispers, looking around weirdly. Yeah. Exactly. Like I said, like 2 days is not that much of the big deal. If that, unless like there's meat and that would like smell funny or something, then that's like, yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want like this. He replies indifferently, like this. He replies indifferently, like this is obvious. Despite telling him to act along with the people inside, Yoshiki himself doesn't seem to try to fit in much. Actually, that's true. That's weird. Lastly, he puts in drink bottles in his basket and heads for the cash register. After a pause, Koji follows him to the register. Okay. For the first time, Koji looks at the clerk's face. He feels a chill run down his spine. The clerk is wearing Gore's mask. Koji thinks he didn't have it on when they came into the store. Just when did that happen? Yoshiki casually takes out a 1,000 yen bill from his wallet and places it on the counter. The clerk doesn't seem to have any intention of putting the products in the bag, so Yoshiki simply picks up the basket. He's completely composed, not wavering in the slightest. With a small gesture of his hand, he motions for Kyoji to get out. Kyoji slowly follows Yoshiki, his heart beating like crazy. He remembers, despite himself, how just last night he was chased around by countless people wearing Gore's mask. They weren't just chasing him, they were attacking him. So turning his back and walking away quietly from people who looks just like them is more stressful than he would like. Yeah, no wonder, like, even more trauma. Each like road is like giving Kyoji more trauma. They somehow get to the automatic doors. Yoshiki waits for the Kyoji by the car. Damn it, open up already. It feels like it takes the door forever to open. He takes a step outside. Kyoji almost jumps from the fright. Great. As the automatic door closes behind, it cuts off the clerk's laughter. He approaches the car as slowly and calmly as he can, desperately reminding himself not to look too out of place or show any fear. But when he touches the car, he loses his nerve and scrambles into the vehicle. Yeah, okay. Whew. As soon as he gets into the driver's seat, Yoshiki immediately drives away. Yoshiki says, Kyoji gets the feeling he's being teased. Stop making fun of me. They didn't realize it was us, right? No one seems to be going after them, but... Kyoji looks over the shoulder, out the back window as Yoshiki replies bitterly. Yeah. I have a feeling like... they don't wear masks when Gore is not controlling them, when they're just like puppets. And they wear masks when actually Gore is in control, so... he might actually recognize them, but play along, basically. That's my idea for this. That's why some people wear the Gore mask and some don't. And they let the mask just appear at some points. I think that's the case. Where? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, that's oddly specific and weird instructions. Why and where did you get that? Okay, Yoshiki turns the steering wheel. The road is empty for any other cars, and even cutting into the other line doesn't make a single horn blare. 1 o'clock at the station, why? Oh! So she was outside of the city! I didn't realize, I forgot. Where did she go? Can you remind me in the comments? I forgot that she left the city. For what reason? Also, she has a pendant, so she can probably go in and out of illusion without problems, right? So we should be okay as we get the pendant back. And we'll have to like still protect Yamiko at this point, but still we'll have like a thing to protect us. So that should be better. Yoshiki words jumpstart his memory. Okay. Kyojo's expression is hardens. Maybe she never said where she's going. She's just like, yeah, I'm going away. Wait, she's coming back when the town is like this? Isn't it dangerous? Yeah, probably from outside it looks like normal city. What do you mean it might be? What are you going to do? Can we contact her and tell her not to come back? Actually, wait. Can you even get into town from the outside? How? Now? Come to think of it, there should be people commuting to work here from outside Kurehito. What does the town look like to them? The TV has nothing but a bunch of weirdness on, so Kyoji has no way of knowing what things are there outside. What does the town look like from the outside? How does the media see this? Or the police and the JSDF? Why isn't anyone taking any actions? What's the JSDF? Is it like... I don't know, I'm making things up. Like Japanese Secure Department... something? It's like Japanese police or something? Like some special force? Or like the military, maybe? Yoshiki speaks with a decisive voice. Yeah. The pendant, the one Yoshiki gave Yamiko before she left for work. So she left for work and that was outside of the city, okay. Yoshiki was only able to break the mirror and enter Yuka Mansion because he had the pendant wrapped around his wrist. What's the deal with that pendant anyway? Yeah, that's what I want to know as well. We never actually got any information, any good information of this. Mostly because Yoshiki been dead the whole last road. Kyoji leans to ask, but Yoshiki doesn't seem so inclined to talk. Okay, never mind. We have time, you know, we are trapped in like eternal like illusion here. I think like a long story can fit. Kyoji waits for him. Also we have time to kill until first PM, right? So yeah, just tell me. Kyoji waits for him to continue, but Yoshiki just retires? I don't even know how to pronounce that. What the fuck? Okay, I'm going to say this. That it will be a long story and says nothing more. Kyoji realizes Yoshiki is not going to talk, but that makes the conversation die down, leaving him with nothing to do. Yeah, Kyoji, you are not the smartest one. Like, you could just tell him, we have time until 1 o'clock. Like, just talk. We have time to kill. That should like open should not like give him like any room to argue, right, on this. Unless he will be like, I'm not telling you. For now he just said it's a long story. So we can use that argument. The pendant. Kyoji has no idea what sort of effect it has, but if Yoshiki insists it's necessary, it must be important. His first impression of this man was the worst, but over the last couple of days, Kyoji has quickly come to trust him. The problem here is Yamiko though. She always She was always a little careless, and for as long as Kyoji knows her, she had a tendency to lose things left and right. Kyoji can only pray she didn't lose the pendant while out in the field. He doubts he will reach her, but he unconsciously bring up her numbers on his phone and dials to her. Yeah, I doubt the call will go through, though. Yoshiki froze. What? Was that a bad idea? Yoshiki pauses for thought before prompting him to go ahead. Okay. He nervously taps the call button. The small LCD screen shows Yamiko number and it rings. After a moment of pause, it actually went through? What? Is it because of the pendant? It can like even affect like outside if like they're like communicating? They hear Yamiko's sleepy voice. I got through to her. Because she looks up to Yoshiki with a grin. Yamiko-san, But the large, rough hand snatches the phone from his hand. Yep, let's give Yoshiki this, like, to handle. Like, Kyoji, you, like, just, like, talk nonsense. Okay. This is very smart. Wow, Yoshiki just made a badass move. You're just transporting the pendants to the city without getting Yamiko here. Okay, this is very good. Yoshiki is like extremely good at this. Good first car, count the seats back from the side facing the sea, leave the pendant, nothing else in the seat. That's the same number as your birthday. After saying that, Yoshiki glares at the screen. Old man? Yoshiki wordlessly returns it to Kyoji, who's accepted quizzically. Yep. That was a very short call, so they had like very little time to do this actually. Holy shit! Kyoji throws the phone away. Fuck, that scared me. Yeah, so Yoshiki actually been aware that it could be very short call and he needed like to take action really fast. Okay. Yeah, and I hope like she probably believes him and stuff, right? Because they went through stuff and Yamiko knows Yuka, so seems like, yeah, like if he said that, then she will be like, oh shit, something is happening, so I would better trust him. So yeah, I hope so. She will like not come back here. Yoshiki glares ahead and blows out some cigarette smoke. You think they heard our call? Might be, or might actually mean that they figured out where you are. But that pendant's really important, right? Isn't this really bad? But why did you tell Yamiko not to come back to town? Because it's dangerous? Kyoji! I'm not... I'm not going to comment on Kyoji anymore, like... No shit, Sherlock! Yoshiki words feels like they hold much more weight than Kyoji expected. After that, the two of them drive around town until noon. There's a chance Gore and Yuka heard their call and are lying in wait. 5 minutes before the train arrival, they approach the station. Yoshiki finally speaks up. Yeah? You mean Aoi? Kyoji's taken aback. Well, this is the first time Yoshiki has brought this up. That, and hearing the word girlfriend, makes him feel a bit awkward. Yeah, might be. Or other way around, like I said, like if Aoi is like walking around in this other dimension and it's like closing everything, because where she is, that's the theory at least, then pulling out Aoi from inside, that would make everything crumble. So we don't necessarily need to like defeat Yuka and Gore, we just have to like take Aoi back. If that's a thing, actually. You think? Kyoji leans forward. Yep. Okay, but you're going to help, right? No, he's going to leave the city and let you rot here. I swear to God, Kyoji, you are so dumb. Like, recent episodes, Kyoji character just like getting like disintegrated even more. Kyoji pumps his fist. Then we'll be fine. I know we'll save Aoi. I know, maybe just my feeling about Kyoji. That's the feeling he gets. Yoshiki smiles faintly and says nothing else on the matter. Like, Kyoji is very like uneven character. Sometimes he's badass, sometimes he's cool, sometimes he's intelligent, and sometimes he's dumb as fuck. Like, I don't know, he's like a full spectrum of things. Almost time. They pull the car into the station parking lot. Alright. They open the car door, and as previously agreed, start running at once. Okay, so not even pretending. Just in case you can't go hurt the thing, they just go for the pendant. Just go for it. Probably the best choice. Because if they hurt the thing, then just going down slowly will just put them on disadvantage. Also, this is a new soundtrack, right? This is a cool one. Like it. Every second matters. They don't have time to worry about how people here react to them. According to Yoshiki, as long as they can get the pendant, they will be able to handle the situation, even if they get surrounded. The worst possible scenario is them getting surrounded before they get there and failing to get a pendant. The station premises are much more empty than usual. They sprint up the escalators and no one raises a voice in complaint. Why? Oh, okay, because there's no people around. Okay, yeah. As Kyoji grasps for air, Yoshiki coat flaps before him. He's quick. Kyoji can barely keep up. Damn it. Is there anything this old man isn't good at? Good point. It's a little frustrating, but more than anything, it makes his blood pump with excitement. A good guitarist, a decisive brave man that doesn't falter and knows when to act. That's what people mean when they think of a grown man. Kyoji hopes he can be like that someday too. Oh, you find he's like model role, I guess. Once this is all over and they save Aoi, what is this man going to do? Where will he go? Kyoji wishes he would stay at Yamiko's apartment for a while longer. There's so much he wants Yoshiki to teach him. Kyoji never had a man like him to look up to before. Since this is a rural town, the station doesn't have automatic turnstile, but the ticket gate that usually manned by the station attendants is silent. The office next to the ticket gate has a station attendant standing inside it, his mouth gaping open and his gaze fixed up. Yoshiki unflinchingly sprints through the ticket gate. Yeah. Kyoji feels guilty because this feels like a fair evasion. Shut up, Kyoji, I swear to God. But this is an emergency. He sprints past the dazed station attendant and runs towards the platform. Then the station attendant eyes snap to him just now. But Kyoji does think he can hear any movement behind him. The train Yamiko is supposed to be arrived on platform 2. Since it's a limited express, it's set to stop at the station for 3 minutes. They kick against the hard concrete ground, running up and then down the stairs. Kyoji hears the blow of the horn. The train approaches the platform. Yoshiki jumps down the remaining stairs as the train grinds to a halt. Kyoji gets there too, a few seconds later, just in time for the doors to open. Also, technically you can just go away from the city if you get to the pendant, but that would mean abandoning Aoi. But yeah, technically you can just escape, right? Strangely, there's no sign of anyone disembarking. Yoshiki doesn't waver, however, jumping into the train and marking for the first car. He mentioned earlier that running through the train itself to get to the first car might be safer than running along the platform. How come? I mean, because there's more people on the platforms and they can see you, and from the inside there's probably no people because no one can go inside, so the inside of the car, inside of the train is actually empty because no one from outside is able to get in. Okay. Or that. As the two of them sprinting through the cars, just what few passengers are sitting on board regarded them with stunned, puzzled expressions. Oh, so there are people, but they're just like not affected yet. Okay, interesting. Those expression, that's what normal people look like. Seeing people react normally makes him happy. His breathing speeds up, and it feels like every breath shapes his lungs. They are in the smoking seats. Since it's a weekday, the seats are empty. What if somebody picks up the pendant before they go to it? That's alarming. That would cross his mind before, making everything feel like a gamble. But if the train is relatively empty... As soon as they get in, Yoshiki scans over the car. Come to think of it, Yoshiki said something strange to Yamiko over the phone. Hey, when is Yamiko-san birthday again? And with that said, why does Yoshiki remember her birthday? Is it because they're old friends? I mean, yeah, like that makes sense. You remember like birthdays of your friends. Actually, no. Now I think about this. I mean, okay, maybe. Okay, nowadays, like, you don't really need to remember if you think about this. I mean, it's nice to remember, right? Everyone's like, cool if you like remember the birthday, but technically you get announced that someone have a birthday beforehand on Facebook nowadays. But yeah, I guess like, yeah, like, yeah, in the Gore Screaming Show and like stuff like this, yeah, we can just make it granted. Like, yeah, they're good old friends. They probably spent birthdays together before, visited each other. Like, Yamiko knows about his wife and everything. So yeah. Still, Kyoji can remember Shinta's or Akane's birthday. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I don't remember as well. Kyoji resolves to ask him later. Feels like there might be an interesting story to that. I think like it's entirely possible that Yamiko's like his ex or something. It's like he was like dating her maybe for a while, and then like he actually got together with his like later wife, and they just being cool with that, you know. Yamiko was like, well, what happens happens. I hope that we can still have like a good like, you know, relation in general, and they just kept being friends. And that's why he remembers her birthday, because they spent a lot of time together as like dating or something. So yeah, I think like Yamiko might be like his ex at this point, before his like later wife. Kyoji stops, placing a hand on the seat as he gasps for breath. Yoshiki regards him with a glance and briskly walks through the car, stopping before the third seat. That Kyoji hurries after him. True to Yoshiki's instructions, Yamiko isn't there. But neither is the pendant. Well, shit! There's the magazine placed on the luggage rack. A soft drink can sitting by the window. The passenger seat in the seat behind. This one peer at the two of them suspiciously. Yoshiki glances at his wristwatch. They probably don't have much time. What happened if they leave the station? Maybe the train will take them out of town. Nope, it will just loop, probably. But that means they won't be able to save. Yaoi and Yoshiki won't get his revenge. Yoshiki picks up the magazine from the luggage rack and starts flipping through it wrathfully. Yeah, she might have hidden it, so no one will take it. Kyoji hardly leans over and turns the can upside down. But all that achieves is spilling some leftover drink onto the floor. Did Yoshiki message not go through? Is the pendant really not there? This is bad. This is extremely bad. Where is the pendant? Yoshiki jars his chin, seemingly giving up. As Kyoji nods back, he spots the convenience store bag stuffed under the seat. Ah! He reflexively grabs it. Cool. Okay, good. Oh, good he found it. So there's pendant in this, definitely. That's the, plot armor. Kyoji got, wow! Kyoji got meaningful moments in, being useless past, 2 episodes. He actually did something good. By accident, but still. They get off the platform and he immediately turns the bag inside out, spilling its contents. Between the small mound of paper scraps and candy wrappers, a certain object pops. It contains half empty matcha and starched vegetable pudding. Okay, never mind. Yamiko's about the only one who's willing to eat something like this. He looks up to Yoshiki, who nods. Kyoji hesitantly sticks his finger into the pudding. It's already been stirred once. Every now and then, his fingers touch something hard, but it's probably the pudding garnishes. Did Yamiko really dip the pendant inside the pudding? Wow. She really did not want anyone to get this. Holy shit! Yamiko, that was dangerous move because no one, literally even they could not find this probably. I think that was high chance. But also no one else would think that this pendant is in the food. That's smart and also quite dangerous move. But his fingertips soon feel under a solid object. Found it. It's a small, roundish stone. It's similar to a turquoise, but has a strange glow to it. Kyoji grins. He's pleased. Okay, good. They head back towards the parking lot. Going back feels simpler than getting to the train was. Apparently people under Gore influence can't approach the stone. In fact, they start acting like they're snapping out of the dream state they're in. The station attendant shakes his head, looking very confused. Which means he might actually stop them for not having a ticket. So they end up going along the tracks for a while before climbing over the fence. If they get caught, they're bound to get shouted at. The pendant now dangles over Yoshiki's chest, just like it did when Kyoji first met him. Kyoji took a minute to wash his hands of the pudding in the station bathroom, but does it smell funny? What the fuck? Kyoji asked, following after Yoshiki, who answers in a tone that's markedly more curt than usual. He looks so fed up, it's almost funny. They go around the train station and return to the parking lot. So, what's next? And there's the pendant. It's back. As they approach the car, he looks at Yoshiki. Good call. They might be able to save Aoi with this. Or destroy the world where she is in, actually, if you think about this. That's actually also a possibility I didn't thought about before. Kyoji feels the hope that things just might be taking turn for the better. As they drive down the road, an unbelievable sight spreads out before them. People walk along the sidewalk, looking confused. Wow. Yeah, this thing have a really large range, it seems. Yoshiki smiles at Kyoji's whisper. Yeah, they're probably going back to being the puppets when they're instantly outside of the range. Hey, can you tell me what the stone really is? Yoshiki gives an odd reply without changing his expression at all. Okay, that's weird. I have literally no idea what you mean. How is this the game console controller? What? A controller? Like with a D-pad and the face buttons. Koji ponders to himself. It doesn't look like anything but a rock to him. I mean, yeah, but I mean like in metaphorical way. Like, what does it even mean? I would say like it's more like a force field, a shield, not like a controller. That's weird. Yoshiki continues in a slightly self-derisive tone. Oh, so he knows that it can do more than just like shielding, but he have no idea how to use it. Okay, interesting. So the stone can like, because stone can like change the reality, so can it like actually manipulate reality in same way that Gore is manipulating? Maybe if you like get a grasp of this pendant, then you can like shape the reality to your will, just like Gore is doing? Maybe? Okay, when do we learn how to use it? It's obviously foreshadowing that we will be able to use it. Huh. It still feels like he's beating around the bush, but the stone helping them either way. That doesn't matter all that much. The car gets on the road leading up to Nishimori Shrine. The foliage outside the window gradually takes on beautiful autumn shades. It feels like an omen, like it's saying all the strangeness might end soon. Also, I just thought about this. If we want to eliminate Yuka, what if you like put the stone in the like barrel of the like pistol and you like shoot it and it would shatter, it would like shotgun Yuka. Like she cannot survive that, right? Like it would like eliminate her like you know the supernatural abilities and stuff, right? The view is peaceful enough to give Kyoji that impression. Even if Yoshiki telling him to keep his guard up, he can't help but feel elated. He will save Aoi and everything will go back to normal. And once that happens, there's so much he would like to do. At that point, Kyoji recalls something and asks, "Alright, what are you going to do when this is all over?" Yoshiki eyes swivels to Kyoji. "I mean, since you're here, you might as well stay a little longer, right? And maybe you could teach me how to play the guitar." Yoshiki looks a little surprised. Kyoji frowns. "You don't want to? You are better than me. You are still better than me. What do you say?" Yoshiki moves it over and then smiles. "Okay." Kyoji pumps a fist. "Really? Alright." The road they're on starts to curve. 3 roads stick out on the slope to the left, and to the right is a cliff, the guard glinting in the sun. As Kyoji nearly hops in his seat, Yoshiki cracks a wry smile. "Yeah? But then Kyoji feels an odd impact. Okay, what happens? We have a pendant, so there should not be like anything happening. What's going on?" He doesn't know what's going on, but a weird mass is covering their field of vision. Okay, Gore is like willingly attacking them even with the pendant on. What? I mean, I guess like he wants to avoid touching the pendant, but he can still move around, right? We saw him like moving around the pendant before, but he like cannot touch the pendant. It can hurt him. So yeah, just like stopping the car or whatever, it's like still within his abilities. Okay, that makes sense. The mask descends onto the car hood. Its eyes narrowing dangerously. It's Gore. Gore bounces atop the hood a few times, like a trampoline. They can't see what's ahead of them. Yoshiki throws the steering wheel sharply. somehow managing to make the first turn. Gore sways left and right, hopping atop the car. His long, stretching hands reach out and open the passenger side door. They grab Kyoji by his collar, dragging him out with the intense force. Whoa, okay, yeah, the one without pendant is getting grabbed, obviously, and it's perfectly understandable. Now he's the captivated, how do you call this, hostage. His back slams hard against the asphalt road. His body screams out in pain, and he can't breathe. What's going on? Kyoji can't tell. He might have gone unconscious for a while. Oh, okay. When he comes to, he finds himself gazing up the trees that stands over him like a roof and at the guard line. So Yoshiki was driving. Gore, while they're driving, took out the Kyoji, and Yoshiki escaped? He didn't want to confront Gore? It doesn't make sense. I thought like Yoshiki would come out and actually... Okay, you know what? I thought I would end the episode here, but I need a little more context, so I will just keep reading. We are at 40 minutes mark around, so we still have time. Old man? He forces himself to get up. His back throbs with pain, but thankfully he's just bruised. He didn't break any bones. Yeah, I would expect Yoshiki to stop the car and help Kyoji actually, because he can do it. He walks with a great effort, wobbling on his legs. As he runs a curve, he spots a pillar of smoke. No way. Holding on his arching arm, he hurries along, still unsteady on his feet. He can hear the sound of rattling from his pocket, like hard objects are rubbing against each other. Oh no, the mirror is shattered. He knows what happened, how a mirror broke. But admitting that scares him. It scares him so much as confronting what happened to Yoshiki. The guardrail is broken. The smoke is turning up from below the cliff. Oh, that's why he didn't come back. Oh shit. Well, rip Yoshiki. I mean, we still don't know if he's dead. He could still survive. Unless this is already different illusion made by Gore. And Yoshiki's actually alive. But then Yoshiki could save him anyway because he have the pendant, so why he's saying this? It must be then reality, right? As much reality as it can be. This can be happening, come on. As he approaches the guardrail, he can hear the eerie sound of metal scraping against metal. Skid marks linger on the road from the car braking suddenly. Please tell me this isn't happening. They got the pendant back. Wasn't everything going to be alright? Wasn't it all going to end? Hello? But he got no answer. The only sound penetrating this silent forest is Kyoji shouting, swallowed up by the trees. Kyoji goes on to spend a long time looking for Yoshiki below the cliff. And this is the Yoshiki OST. I like this one. Yoshiki have a cool OST. Descending by grabbing the sapling jutting out of the shrubs is taxing on his arching body. That alone takes a good chunk of time. Also, yeah, Gore is not here. This is also weird. He just grabbed him outside and everything's just gonna go blank. I refuse to believe that this is actually reality. But on the other hand, Yoshiki should be able to dissolve this if this is the illusion and pull Kyoji out of this. I don't know what to think. Reality bending abilities of Gore just makes everything difficult to perceive like what's reality and which things are not actually. But while he finds signs of the car having tumbled down, Yorkie himself is nowhere to be seen. The place the car seems to have stopped is full of moved down trees and gouged up ground. There are even signs of fire, but nothing else. Was the car carried off somewhere while he was unconscious? There's no way he was going out for that long. Did someone carry Yoshiki to the hospital? Sure. With that thought in mind, he tries to call the ER. Okay. Kyoji, stop being like this. I swear to God. But the town is back to the state it was before the pendant returned. Gore laughter echoed from the phone. The townspeople wandering around blankly. In the end, left with no other choice, Kyoji backs home. So he never found actually Yoshiki body. So Yoshiki can be alive. Yoshiki can be still alive. Oh, and we are dreaming about Aoi. Okay, so we'll start the next episode with a dream where we are going to meet with Aoi. Okay. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. We got a pendant bug, but now we lost it again. So there's like two possibilities. Either like Yoshiki actually crashed and that's why he's not back, and died, or maybe he survived but he couldn't like get out of the car and Gore just took the whole car away, actually together with the pendant inside, because he can't touch pendant but he can touch the thing around him. So he would just like take the whole car away. Maybe Yoshiki is actually dead. Maybe he is, or at least severely injured. Well, we might learn in the next episode. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me for this episode. Leave a like if you like this episode of Gore Screaming Show. Subscribe for more, and yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. So for my pocket watch, let's going out.